What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have my first impressions of the anniversary box reveals, and I am joined by Anthony, who hasn't been on the. He's been on the channel, but just doing deck profiles rather than actually on the channel doing stuff with me. So it's good to have you back. It's been a long time, long time.
It has been a while, yeah.
So, what are your general impressions of the reveals, just overall?
Uh, well, personally, I've been testing the AOD deck and it seems pretty strong. Uh, I don't quite like how they focus completely on the AOD, but they did give a lot of support to a lot of archetypes that did need it.
Definitely, definitely. Um, but yeah, let's just jump into it. We'll go through all the cards and we'll have a look and see what we like, what we don't like. So first up, we have the Unison Frost for the clan. This is, of course, for Freezer Prison.
Yeah, like
Uh,
direct support for that deck.
yeah, so it's blocker, which helps. I think this card is decent, but it's obviously it's not broken or anything, but
Yeah,
it does help the deck.
yeah, it's definitely much needed support for that deck, but there's already so many strong free drop unisons.
Yeah, I
Even
mean this
after,
one's two drop, but
yeah,
yeah, I mean it fits the theme with the extra cards, um, and I think it just synergizes with the deck. I think it will be good to run this one in prison, but
yeah,
it's not going to push it over the edge or anything like that.
it's very fair.
Yeah, yeah. And moving on, so, I mean not too much to say about this. It's all right. It's not trash. It's not great either. Moving on. Okay, Jiren. Now this unison, I personally think this is really good,
It
and
is.
I think it might not be too outstanding instantly, but at some point this is going to be really key in a deck. So as you can see, the uptick is it gains double strike, so it's 20k double strike, and you can neg 3 to neg 25k one of your opponent's passive cards, ignoring barrier, which is really key. And the auto as well, it just when your opponent plays battle card or unison card, you may choose that card and it gets minus 10 power for the turn. So for the 10k unisons coming out, they instantly lose a marker, right?
Yeah, they lose a mark and then immediately go back to their original power levels.
Yeah. So this, I mean, I think this is better than Sin Shenron, which was just released in the set.
I think it sits up there with Sin Shenron. Like Sin Shenron's being able to use his neg 2 immediately when he's played is really strong,
Yep, sure.
but
And
it's definitely good.
yeah. I think this is definitely Sin Shenron's probably a bit more aggro. This is more for the
Yeah,
controller decks.
definitely.
But yeah, keep an eye on this one. I think Jiren will be very good in the future. Uh, moving on, we start to have archetype support now. So this is for the Red Vegito leader, Son Goku Resolve Renewed. Negate the attack and play this card, and it costs 1 if you have 3 or more energy, which is great. And the activate main, if it's Vegito, you can add 1 card from your life and play this card.
I feel like this is just good Potara support.
Yeah, and it's a Patara target with utility as well, so
Yeah,
it's a negate. So it's good. Um, then we have the Vegeta Resolve Renewed. This is a counter play, so it kills a 15k or less. Again, it only costs 1, and you can play it by taking a life. Activate main.
game just super solid.
Yep. Yeah, it's just any Vegito card, right? Yeah, any Vegito leader.
Yeah, it's. I can't even think of it immediately. Going all out and the original one from set 2.
Oh, I was thinking green SSB.
Yeah, that's going all out. That's that one.
Is that yeah?
Yeah, and then there's the one from the blue one from set 8 or 9.
Yes, the one that's supposed to be played with the candies and all of that, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And then we have Vegito, Resolve, Combined Barrier, Patara, of course. Activate main or battle. 2 red. You can play a Vegito with 7 or less from your deck, which is great. And activate main. 4 red. You can choose up to 1 Vegito card with energy cost of 10 or less. So that's a secret rare from set 2.
Ultimate Force.
Set 2, I believe it is.
Yeah, from set 2. Can't remember what it does off the top of my head.
Which is why it's gone up in price. It's just, I think it's 40k, triple attack, triple strike.
Yeah.
It's
I feel like
basically
it
what
has
it
an
is.
auto. But yeah.
It was just a beat stick. But you can bring that out turn 4 and
Pretty
being
scary.
I think it is a 10 cost as well.
Yeah.
Being a 10 cost, there are very few counters to it, if any.
Yeah.
You can like crush a ball it. So that's good, yeah. Yeah, there you go. You can crush a ball it. And the activate main activate battle for 2 red to play a 7 cost from your deck is amazing.
I actually think that's the broken one. Like, there's the set 3 Vegito. God, I haven't seen these cards in such a long time. That when you play it, you like crit 2 life and then warp 2 of your opponent's cards as well. It's got some insane effect. Like, it's super solid.
Yeah, I just think anything activate battle is really strong. The Vegeta support is pretty decent, pretty solid all round. I don't think it's going to help the red Vegito leader too much, but yeah, someone definitely be able to play that. It's just weird because all of it requires red energy and the secret rare is blue.
Yeah, well, the secret rare requires red energy as well.
It requires red energy, but it's blue, so
yeah,
it's weird. So moving on, so this is a bit more of the Frieza Prison support. Don't know why they ordered it like this on the website. So activate main 5 if there are 5 or more red extra cards in your drop, play it from your hand. Also, if your leader is Friezami and there are 2 or more mono red extra cards, this card is used in combo. Choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and it gains -10 for a turn. So it's just combo, really. I mean, you don't really want to. I guess you can play it for the 7-drop Frieza, and then you can evolve the 8 onto it.
Yeah, and then the 8 is the one that crits you 4 life when you want to play something.
Yeah, the 8 is the one that just ties the game up.
I don't think this card's that impressive. I was never a fan of Frieza Prison back in the day, even when it had its little stint as being a good deck. Like, to save a hopeful future is a strong card, but I don't think this is the support to push it back into the meta.
Yeah. Again, I think the Unison is slightly better than this. It's a bit more usable, right?
Yeah.
This one it's niche, but I am a fan of the 8-drop. So if you want to play this and abuse the 8-drop, then do that. Now we have another prison support. Counter-attack and negate the attack and choose all of your opponent's leader cards and battle cards and they get -10 for the duration of the turn.
So I thought this card was broken until I read it says you and your opponents.
Yeah, you and your opponents. So but the thing is, if you're playing Frieza Prison, you're not going to have many battle cards on board.
But you have a leader.
Yeah, but your leader gains 5k, right? So your leader still has something at least.
I think it's weird. I'd have to see it tested in Frieza Prison. Like, there's some aggro around now, but this could have just been a board wipe. If it was neg 20, at least it would just board wipe your opponent. It also doesn't get around barrier either.
Yeah, sure.
It's a little awkward, but
yeah, it's choose all. So, but I mean, it's an upgrade on what paralysis technique.
Yeah, that was neg 5, but that was only your opponent's cards.
Yeah. I mean, this next leader as well, so
Yeah,
it's extra protection. I think it's a slight upgrade.
yeah.
Nothing crazy. It can be quite devastating against the right deck. If they're going
It's,
wide, one drops on you, then this will win you the game.
yeah, it's another good red extra card for prison
And next up, we have this. This is slowly becoming Sandy's wet dream.
deck.
Uh, so we have a Janemba Unison. I mean, technically, this is agent support.
And I think it's actually Janemba support because his effect doesn't really help you in agent and slightest.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, it's agent themed,
Yeah.
but it's clearly just general Janemba support. Activate main. Your opponent draw. You and your opponent draw one card, and then your opponent places top card from their deck to drop area. So that's actually milling two.
Yeah. To be able to mill two each turn, even if one of those mills is technically your opponent drawing a card, it's still really solid.
You're milling four each turn because your leader swing.
In other card games, some mill decks do actually focus on making your opponent draw a ton of cards.
Yeah.
And it's actually a solid strategy.
Yeah, I mean that's what in the Janemba Mirror, that's what you wanted to do. You wanted to pressure your opponent to make them use the super combos and stuff, so they draw cards, and you end up killing them by mill. So activate main. It gains crit for the turn, which is
it's alright.
It's alright, yeah. It's it means you can use it in both Janembas, right? You can use it in crit Nemba if you want.
Yeah.
And then activate battle. If your opponent has 15 or less cards in their deck, this card gains 15k power and triple strike. So it's a turn 2 or turn 3, 30k triple strike.
If your opponent has 15 or less cards in their deck, like even Janemba will struggle to do that on turn 3. But it's a cool. Janemba didn't really have a way to win the game. It usually closed out with a double striker.
Yeah,
and then
you had to combo a Champa.
Yeah, if you weren't comboing a Champa, you weren't killing them. So it's nice to have something that's just 30k triple strike.
Yeah. And it's a unison as well, which helps. But yeah, Janemba might be back. Brace yourselves. But do you think it'll be back? I mean, it definitely adds quite a bit of strength.
Well, the game isn't the best deck in the game anymore, so Janemba doesn't have that problem of it running into a deck that's an auto loss against it every other table.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think it'll do pretty well.
Yep, that's nice. I might pick this up myself. I still love my Janemba stuff. Okay, now going into the actual Agent of Destruction support. Turles. Barrier unique when this card attacks, they get the top 5 and add an AOD to your hand and shuffle your deck. So pretty standard, fair sort of searcher.
Really strong card, especially as the leader on its Awakened side can play it for free. It also only costs 1 in the AOD deck as well.
Yes, it does. So the leader being able to play these guys for free is very strong indeed. Really, yeah. You can add an Agent of Destruction card. So there's an issue with this because it's Agent of Destruction, so you can't add the extra card, which we will see later on, because it's Agents of Destruction. Of course, this discussion has been going on in the groups. It's technically correct. This is just how card games work. It's definitely a mistake, and Bandai needs to address this. Do you think it's a design choice?
I think it was designed to be like that. Like Yu-Gi-Oh is probably the best example. We both come from Yu-Gi-Oh, and XX Saber is an X Saber monster.
Yes, and the evil swarms.
Yeah, well. And like evil swarms have like. So
you think brackets Agent of Destruction will include Agents of Destruction?
No, I think they specifically made the card so it can't be searched by this because
Okay, yeah.
Sure. We did it very purposefully because every other card is like perfectly named, other than that card that says Agents
Yeah, I
They
know,
did it
but I mean,
because
I was talking to Scott about this, and he
mm,
made the very valid point of that the cards where it says Agents of Destruction, it makes sense grammatically, which is why they put Agents of Destruction, and therefore it's actually a mistake in the card naming or translation. But they did it because it reads better in English, which
maybe.
I can definitely see that happening. I can definitely see Bandai making that sort of mistake because there's kind of a track record for this stuff.
I just feel like you just changed the card name in that sense, though. Like they didn't have Japanese card names; they're made in Japanese for an English game, so you would just call it something like. Well, we'll get onto the card later,
Yeah,
but
yeah, we'll see,
yeah,
we'll see. Um, Up next we've got another Janemba support here. This is actually supposed to be Janemba support.
it's a good card.
So 4-drop deflect crit. When this card is played, activate the skill at the start of your opponent's next turn. Switch up to 3 of your mono blue energy to active mode. Then draw 1 card. So it's a 4-drop. You can play this off. You can choose this out, right? Definitely.
Yeah, you could play it with what's his name? Not Baby Janemba. I can't remember his name now.
The 3-drop barrier dude.
Yeah, the free jump Janemba, and
Yeah.
then do it as an untap free. But
Yeah. So I mean, is this better than AOD number? Because that
yes,
mills
but
3, right?
this is yeah, that's the point. This isn't milling your opponent. It's purely for applying pressure.
Yeah.
So it depends
20k
what
crit.
you're trying to work to.
Yeah. Yeah. So this, I mean, again, I think this is really good in crit number. Again,
Yeah,
I'm really liking crit number. I think it's a good deck.
it might actually be a good deck.
Yeah. Um, there you go. We might try that one out. Moving on, another Janemba spot. Combo attack Janemba. Activate main burst 2, which that would be for crit number actually. Choose
Yeah.
one evil incarnate card or demon card in your battle area other than this card. Return it to the hand. Play this card from your hand. Then add 2 cards from your life to your hand, and you can't play copies of this card. So
Self awaken.
yeah, self awaken for free.
Bounce back Sake Demon, then play this.
Yeah.
It seems solid.
Yeah, you can do that turn 1, right?
Yeah, actually, yeah, you can.
Because this is all free. You can. I mean, it's a bit of aggro as well, right?
Yeah.
You can,
Yeah.
if you have, I don't know if there are any. I need to look again. But I guess you could bounce anything. You could bounce the Dropbox number.
If you could play that, but you can only play that on free energy or more. But yeah, it's
Yeah, but
it's good
you can
pressure.
still do it. You can still do it for
Yeah,
free.
it is good pressure.
Yeah.
And self awaken is what the main thing you want.
Yeah. So, good stuff. Good stuff. Definitely looking into crit number. Now we have restoration. This is for the Android 21. Negate the attack if you need it as blue Android 21. And you have blue green multicolor energy. Choose up to 1 Android 16 with an energy cost of 2 or less in your hand and play it.
This card's just good. Like
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's a 1-drop. I mean, it's a 1-cost card that plays a 2-drop and negates.
and then ramps you in energy.
Yeah. Well, because there's 16, but
Yeah, the only 16 you're playing with this is the 2-drop multicolor one there.
yeah, that is true. That's true. So all of that this is such an enabler.
Yeah, it is. It actually makes the deck quite good actually.
Yeah, and yeah, it helps towards stuff like Bad Omen as well. So
Mm-hmm.
so you can probably do like an early Bad Omen, and then ramp yourself back up so you're not too far behind in terms of energy.
Yeah, just good all around.
Yeah, very solid. Vegeta. This is the unison for the AOD support. Double strike critical. Instantly, this card is good. Also, choose 1 card in your hand, discard it when this card is played. Choose all of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and KO them.
Now this card's good. Just having
I'm pretty sure a double strike crit is good in general, right?
that is good. It does cost 4 mana, but having a card that when you play it just nukes your opponent's board.
Yes, that's crazy.
It
It
is.
ignores barrier as well. So
Yeah.
the only thing that it doesn't get around is indestructible or not affected by skills.
Yeah.
So you're looking at the Zamasus and then the other stuff like the 1-star in Shenron, the negative energy balls.
Even still, it's just super strong. Like
Yeah.
double strike critical will nuke their board of anything else they have. Like
I mean, it's double strike crit, and also the uptick is you add 1 marker to get 5k, so it's 25k double crit.
yeah. Its neg 5 isn't too great though. Like its neg 5 seems very situational.
Yeah, you need to have mono green energy, which is a bit of a crutch.
Or if your leader's an evil wizard.
All right, yeah, or okay, yeah, fine. Choose 3 cards in your opponent's hand and discard them. It's sure. I mean, it's more card denial. You're double strike critting them anyway. Every turn this is on the board, and being a 4-cost 20k unison, it's if this hits the board, it's staying there.
Agreed.
So this card is ridiculous.
It will be put in most green decks. Like even if you're not AOD, you're gonna play this, and
Well, any mono green.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
Dredgeku.
yeah. I think Dredgeku would play this card.
I mean, how many board wipes do you need?
They play it because it's a 20k double striker that just sits there permanently. Because their board wipe also hits their board as well. So if they can just have a
Yeah.
20k, a 2025 double strike critical, they're not unhappy about that.
This card is nuts. This
Yeah.
probably the best one so far.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And then now we have this is the best one. It's we have Goku. I didn't even read this card to begin with because I knew this was just going to be a joke. So when this card is played, add up to 1 green card with an energy cost of 6 or less, and a Union Fusion skill from your deck to your hand. Then shuffle your deck. Green, activate main. Place this card in its owner's drop area, then choose 1 card in your hand with Union Fusion skill and reveal it for each character name required. Add up to 1 card with a matching character name and energy cost between 3 and 7 from your deck to hand. Then shuffle your deck. What?
So I think this card would be insane if that 6 on the first effect was changed to 7 and this card was yellow, because then you could use it to add Gotenks. The correct Gotenks, not the one they want you to add.
Okay, so they want you to add the one in this box, right?
I think there's another 6 drop Gotenks as well.
There's in the other expansion, in the old one. Is it the Heroes, the very first expansion?
Yeah, because they keep trying to make green Gotenks, like the original green Gotenks leader work, and it just won't.
Yeah. It's a very convoluted way to just add something to your hand.
Yeah, it has a lot. It has way too many words for what its effect actually is doing.
So yeah, I mean I remember that first Gotenks seems pretty good. I think it doesn't it like untap, draw, and KO something.
It does, but it's not good now. Like when you were happy to pay 5 mana for like a Gotenks back in the day, sure.
No, not that Gotenks. Not the good Gotenks. The expansion Gotenks, not the 25k double strike.
Yeah, no, it KOs 2 makes your opponent discard 2.
Yeah. But I mean, the set 2 Gotenks, that one, the one everyone said was broken, need to be banned. Yes, those were the days.
Oh no, it's draw 2. Oh, this card's even worse. Psyched up Gotenks is draw 2, KO one of your opponent's cards, and that's what it does. And you have to have Goten and Trunks in your drop, and it Protara.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. All right. Right. Next, Sun Goten and Trunks Faultless Youth. Activate main if your leader is a green Gotenks card, and you place 1 card from your life to your drop area. Play this card from your hand. Activate main if your leader is green Gotenks. You can return this card to the owner's hand. Look up the top 5. Add 1 green Gotenks or 1 green unison card with a specified cost of 2 among them to your hand and shuffle your deck. I mean, that's good. Like adding the unison is nice. It's just giving you a little something extra.
Yeah, but again, the problem is your leader has to be green Gotenks, and the only green Gotenks leader is that original one from Draftbox.
Sweet. No, no. Is it set two?
No,
Gotenks?
it's Draftbox.
Is Draftbox?
There's only a Draftbox Gotenks leader.
The swing at your opponent and they discard one. That
Yeah,
one.
that's a Draftbox one.
Oh, all right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That. I mean, it's cute.
Yeah, what we need is a new Gotenks leader, like a reboot, and
Everyone
then
vote for that. Everyone vote for Gotenks. There we go. Now this is the 6-drop that they want you to add. So Gotenks, the Grim Reaper of Justice. I like the look of this card.
I like the name.
Yeah, it's very cool. Then you read the effect. Deflect, nice. Dual attack, nice. Union Fusion 2. If your leader is Green Gotenks, when this card is played, draw 2 cards and choose one of your opponent's out of the cards and KO it. Doesn't ignore barrier. When this card is removed, add 1 Sun Goten and Trunks used from your drop to your hand. So it kind of replenishes itself, but
Yeah,
it's kind of it's underwhelming.
I think if this card was generic, it'd be all right because at least you could just play it in other good green decks. But it needs the Gotenks
It
leader,
needs Gotenks leader.
green
I
Gotenks
feel
leader.
like it also needs crit.
Yeah, it could have done with a strike skill.
Yeah. So there we go. So that's the Gotenks stuff. It's not that great. Probably the weakest support.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chilai and Limo are the bandits. Deflect, if leader is green, Shenron card. So you play this in the Christmas Goku? Yeah.
Or Chile Lemon.
When this card is played, choose one. Choose one?
Yeah.
Question mark.
It's not going to be a great one.
Place 2 cards with Dragon Ball skills from your deck to your drop area. Shuffle your deck, then draw 1 card. Add 1 green desire from your drop area to your hand. So that's very good.
Yeah, I think this card's really good.
Yeah. So what costs 2? 2 green. Yeah, it's very good. Like for any sort of Shenron leader that isn't Shenron and adds 2. This is very good. Just accelerates your plays a lot more.
Yeah, definitely.
And you can you play this off anything? Can you cheat this out? You can't.
I can't think of any cards that can cheat it out because it's a freeze army unit actually. So you
So
could
you
play the yellow one.
yeah.
Freeze is cool
Freeze is cool. That's the one. Play this in rest.
for one.
Yeah.
That's
There you
pretty
go. That's good. That's good. Add 1 green desire from drop to your hand. Yeah. That's good. Good. Next we have another AOD support, Broly Invincible Agent of Destruction. These look amazing. I mean,
They do. I want these in foil.
I don't like AODs. Okay, I'm just gonna put it out there. Don't hate, guys. But these look amazing. Activate main, discard this card, add 1 AOD from drop to your hand. Very good. When this card is played, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 5 less. KO it. Then which would have been decent. Then look at up to 3 cards from your deck and add 1 of them to your hand. It's just add any of them to your hand.
And then the other 2 go to the drop.
Yeah.
It's a very strong skill. Like the first bit, just being able to use it. Like I love cards that have dual methods of using them, and they've done a lot of these in the set.
They have, and that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. So tap 1, discard it, add it AOD is really good. Like that's Warrior Returning Alive. That's a great card.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it's played, KO 5 or less is strong, and then it looks at the top 3 for a card. And both of those effects I would happily pay for on a card. So having them both together is insane.
Yeah. And it's a 3 cost, so you can't cheat this out at least.
You can if you have Babidi in play.
Oh yes, of course.
It chooses all their cost by
yes,
1.
Yes, of course.
And
Oh
takes away
my
their
word.
specified. So you can cheat it out with the leader as well. So very strong.
That's ridiculous. Okay, I forgot about the Babidi. Um, everyone buy multiples of this set and play AOD. Lord Slug, Mighty Agent of Destruction. Super combo, unique. When your opponent activates counterplay skill, they choose 2 cards in their hand and discard them. So you're gonna have to play this in order to get the auto.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this card yet, but
I mean, it's a
it seems
super combo as well, so it takes up that slot, which is the
yeah,
issue.
yeah,
If this wasn't a super combo, I think it would actually be better.
yeah. If it wasn't a super combo, it would be much better. But they knew that, so they definitely
Yeah.
made sure.
Yeah. So yeah, they must have they've upped their card design game, definitely. I think the use of consultants may have helped that.
I took a shower, Jesus Christ.
And next up we have Android 13, Exterminating Agent of Destruction. Counterplay, if leader card has Agent of Destruction in its card name. Okay, this may be an issue. If the battle card being played has an energy cost of 3 or less, it is placed in its owner's drop instead of being played. And then, play this card. Your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand and discards it. Again, this is a 2 cost.
So what we
Yeah, it's okay. I'm just gonna read the auto. So when this card is played, shuffle up to 2 evil wizard cards or agent of destruction cards in their names. Sorry, agent of destruction in their card names from your drop to your deck. So it recycles resources when it's played.
Yeah, and obviously you counterplay it. If you use it with its counterplay, it costs 1 mana. You play it, you get rid of their 3 drop or less. You make them discard a card, then you recycle 2, which is really good.
Mm-hmm.
But I did notice just while we were reading this, it does say leader with Agent of Destruction in its card name. Your leader doesn't have Agent of Destruction in its card name. That's weird. Ooh.
Yes. So
okay.
this,
Bandai,
I mean,
okay.
this is the card that caused the. I'm gonna call it a debate. It's not actually a debate. It's just
I think
it's the internet, right?
Yeah.
This is the card that caused the uproar. Is probably the more correct term to use.
Yeah, definitely now I think it's a translation error. But this card's really strong. It has those multiple modes. You can just hardcast it from your hand for 1 if you have a Barbody in play, or use the leader skill and then just recycle Agents of Destruction, which is really strong. Or use it as a counterplay, and then your opponent discards 1, you get rid of their 3 or lesses and get that skill. So
Yeah.
super strong.
I mean, maybe it's a design choice so that you cannot abuse this. This card only works for future leaders that are Agent of Destruction.
Yeah,
It
that
doesn't
seems
work. Alright, okay, we'll go next. Okay. Allied Reinforcements, so this is a Desire card. If your leader card is Chile, choose 1 card in your hand and discard it. Choose 1, question mark again. If you have no cards in your battle area, play up to 1 green Brolly with an energy cost of 4 from your deck, and up to 1 green Chile or Lemo card from your deck, then shuffle your deck. It's very good so far. Or play up to 1 green Chile or Lemo card from your drop. It's very good.
Yeah, I think this is really. I've actually discussed with another player who didn't like this card. I think it's really solid.
It's very good. I mean, it has. I mean, both effects can be very beneficial, depending on the game state.
Yeah, it's also cheap enough that you can hardcast it and not feel sad that you've done it.
Yep. Just playing the. I mean, you don't usually play too many of the Brollies, but I think they're going in a slightly different direction with the deck.
Yeah, you'd probably still be running the Broly chain, especially as the Chile Lemo leader stops Broly from taking life for his first form.
Yeah, and you've got stuff like a Kind Wish as well.
Yeah.
So this is good. It's a good addition, definitely. I think the deck's going to change up a little bit, but be interesting to see what people brew. You do have 2 Broly chains now. You have the crit chain, and you have the I don't know, the strike chain, I guess. Next up, we go into the ape support. King Vegeta Royal Pride. This is a unison. If your lead card is yellow, look at the top 5 from your deck and add one mono yellow Great Ape among them to your hand and shuffle your deck. And -4, pay up to 2 mono yellow Great Ape cards with different names and each cost of 4 or less from your deck, then shuffle your deck. So your turn 4, you could potentially play 4 apes because you can do this and then march.
Yeah, it's strong. The question is really how many apes are.
How many apes
good
are
enough.
actually viable? Yeah. So I mean, you've got I don't even remember. You've got Bardock, Will of Iron, possibly the blocker double strike. So these are the OG apes.
Yeah, Raiders Warcry,
Yeah,
another double striker, and
but
then the
I
rest are just
mean,
single blockers.
yeah. You've got the crit guy, Vegeta. That also looks at top 3.
I feel like the best way to play this card is to play it for 4 mana, to be completely honest. If you play it for 4 mana, you attack for 15k with it, and then you just immediately neg 4, sack it off, play 2 apes. And essentially just use it as another copy of March in your deck. I feel like that's probably the best way.
Sure.
'Cause
I
the
mean,
first-
but March draws you 2 cards.
Yeah.
But then you're playing from hand, so this is
Yeah. This one's playing 2 from deck, so it's still +2.
yeah. I mean, you can if you wait 1 turn, you end up
I can still attack into it.
yeah, sure. But
But-
if you do pay 4 for this, no, that'll be too slow. Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
If you're paying 4 for this, it has to be the way that you just said.
It's an interesting card, and it definitely is good if they do give more apes. Like any more apes that are released in this game, this card will always get stronger.
Sure.
So-
Sure.
It's one of those cards that will scale over time.
Yeah. It's a yellow card. I was just thinking, like, imagine if they didn't nerf Surge Coup.
Can I play this in Search Queue? Don't know.
Maybe not this, but you know, this.
Yes, Search Queue would have been insane still.
Next we have more Great Ape support. Another Bardock Ape, Might of the Resistance. Unique critical blocker. You can only play mono yellow Saiyan cards. If your leader card is yellow at the end of the battle where this card is using a combo from your hand, play it. So it's
This is a card that you can see they learned their lesson. It is Raiders Warcry, but they try to balance it as much as possible.
yeah. I mean this. You can you can only play mono yellow Saiyan cards.
It's quite unique, so you can't have multiple of them.
Yeah, but it's also critical blocker, which is it's nice.
Yeah.
It's very it's very
It doesn't-
balanced.
15k power, not 20.
Yeah, but it only costs 1 to combo. Raiders
Yeah.
Warcry costs 2, man. Who has 2 to play? Who
But
has
then
2
you
to
get
pay for
20K
combo? Remember, like
8k double striker.
when-
so
when-
strong.
when that card came out, that was the question raised, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It
The other
costs
good thing
2.
about-
It's bad.
The other good thing about this is it'll cost 0 if you have the King Vegeta ape out.
Yes, but yeah. Extra blocker, but I mean they all cost 0 at that point, don't they?
They reduced by 1, so the Bardock ape would still.
Bardock
still-
Ape, yes. The good Bardock Ape would still cost 1. But all the other apes would be free anyway. Next, going into the Bojack support. Bojack Galactic Disruptor. Activate main. You have 2 or more Bojack Brigade. Play this card from your hand. You can't play copies of this card for the turn. If your leader is Yellow Bojack, on its front side, if you have 2 or more energy, you can discard this card from your hand, flip your leader to its back side, then draw 2 cards. So this is actually pretty decent because the Bojack deck plays multiple cards early on anyway. So you can drop this card early on if you want. Bit of pressure. Because they do have crit threats as well, if I seem to remember correctly. And then the second activate main is also very useful because it lets you awaken for free.
Yeah, that's what they want because their Bojack doesn't actually do anything when he awakens as well.
Yeah, it doesn't do any. It doesn't do anything. So Flip onto the backside and draw 2 cards.
I think it's a good card. It's what Bojack needed to be playable.
Yep. I mean,
You
it's still
It
gonna
might not be the
struggle.
best deck, yeah, but
Still gonna struggle. But Bojack fans are very happy about this. And then we have Violent Rush Zangief. More Bojack support here. Your leader is Bojack card, Brigade card. When this card is used in a combo, it gains 5k, so it'll be 10k.
only from battle area.
Oh, from the battle area, yes. It's a 2 cost. You can cheat this out, I believe.
Yeah, you can.
At the end of the battle, where this card is used in a combo in your battle area, return this card to its owner's hand. You cheat out from deck, right?
You
don't
think there
cheat
are
from
some
hand.
cards that can cheat from hand, but either way, like it's still good resources. Like Bojack used to run out of one of the things I do remember about it. He would run out of his little guys really fast.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good card.
Yep, it's good. Again, not amazing, but it adds some extra tools. Probably, yeah. The Bojack support. I think there's one more, isn't there? But moving on, we have Garlic Jr., Immortal Agent of Destruction. Counterattack, negate, and play this card. It's a 2 cost yellow. When this card is played, play up to 1 Agent of Destruction card with an energy cost of 2 other than copies of this card from your deck with its skills negated for the turn.
So again, super solid Agent of Destruction card. It costs 1 if you have Barbary in play, and then it plays another 2 drop from your deck, which plays Turles or Android 13.
Yeah, you want something with an activate main or something. So, but yeah,
it's super strong.
It's just solid. Yeah. So this card, whew, the Agents of Destruction Strike Back. Agents, plural. This is very strong. This card gains Agent of Destruction in all areas. Activate main. Look at up to 2 cards from the top of your deck and add up to 2 with Agent of Destruction in their card names among them to your hand. Then place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order, and you can't activate copies of this card. The turn, if you added cards to your hand, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand.
So this card is really strong.
If you have Babidi, this is free.
Yep.
It's a free +3. Oh, it was +2 because you're expending a card, but
yeah. And in the AOD deck, you run around 30 AOD cards.
So you're definitely hitting at least 1 off the top
and then
of
you
your
get
deck.
a life. It's very strong.
And I think it should be searchable with the other AOD support, even though it says Agents of Destruction.
Yeah, now that we've brought up the thing with the leader, I think they may have to change it, or they errata the leader's name to be leader of the agent.
Well, no. I mean the other AOD support, they add an Agent of Destruction card. So this in the name. So this gains Agent of Destruction in all areas.
It doesn't gain the name; it gains
the
trait.
The name, yeah.
So
they're gonna have to change this as well, I think.
Yeah, they are. The names brackets, and that is the trait. So it can be searched by all the other AOD cards. Like a lot of them do search for the trait.
Yeah.
But
I think the best way to go around this isn't to change the name of this card in the leader, but to errata all of the other cards to say Agent of Destruction or Agents of Destruction.
Or you just give the permanent to this and the leader that their names are include Agent of Destruction in all areas.
Yeah, okay.
Errata in like 7 cards compared to errata in 2.
But that makes more sense in the flow of language. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. This card. I mean, this card art is so nice.
The fact you can play it for 0 as well, it's just insane.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
Is this the best card? Is this better than Vegeta? I mean, Vegeta is a bit more. The Unison is a bit more generic.
Vegeta is the best card. Like it being generic makes it so strong as well.
Yeah.
This would be probably the top 5,
Top
top
five,
3.
top 3 at least.
Yeah, top 3, top 3.
This
From
card
the set.
is this card
It's
is
a very strong card. Like if you want to
so good.
push an archetype, you make a card like this.
Yeah. Because we have a bit more ape support here. If you have Great Ape card in your battle area, you can activate this activate battle skill from your hand without paying its energy cost. It only costs 1 anyway. Activate battle, choose up to one of your mono yellow cards, and it gets 10k for the battle. If it's your opponent's turn, choose up to one Great Ape card in your battle area and switch it to active mode. So you can basically block with an ape, give it 10k for free, then restand it.
Yeah, that's exactly how this card's meant to be used. And if for 0 mana as well, because it'll obviously be 0 at that point, it's really strong.
Yep. And then if you set up King Vegeta, you've got all your free 10k combos as well.
Again, we just need more apes. The more apes we get, the stronger this card will get.
Yep. Very good.
It does have to be mono yellow though, so.
Yeah, it's just mono yellow cards though. It can be leader, it can be battle card, it can be unison. So yeah. I mean, you can just give your leader 10k and then restand a blocker.
Yeah.
So very good. This is it. Okay. Babidi, leader of the Agents of Destruction. Treat AOD cards in your hand as if they had no specified cost. Very good. When this card attacks, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand. Then look at the top 5 from the deck. Add 1 Agent of Destruction in its card name to your hand and shuffle your deck. So you can't add the extra card. Yeah. When your life is 4 or less, you may draw 1 card and switch 1 energy to active mode and flip this card over. Okay, again, no specified cost. Activate main once per turn. Choose 1 AOD with an energy cost of 2 or less in your hand and play it. Very strong. As we've seen, a lot of them are 2 costs, and if you have Babidi, you can basically play all of them.
Yeah.
Activate main once per turn. 3. Choose 1 unison card with Agent Destruction in its card name in your hand and play it with 3 markers on it. So this is just the Vegeta.
Or Janemba, if you wanted to play that.
Okay, it's gonna be the Vegeta, and you get a board wipe.
And you get to play it a turn early as well. Being able to play out a turn early.
Mm-hmm.
3 markers is quite well. 3 markers, and then immediately you'll give it a marker up.
I mean,
4 markers
you can do both of them in one turn because they're 2 activate mains. It's not activate main, choose 1.
Yeah, you can use both of them. That's super strong. This card also doesn't draw on its backside. So on its backside, it has its way to gain advantage is by playing an AOD each turn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's kind of like the U6 stuff like Hit, Kefla, that sort of thing. So you want to play cards that generate advantage for you, which it can sometimes it's not that good. It can be quite a drain on resources to be able to do that because if you brick, then you won't be able to really make the most out of your deck. But you probably won't brick with the amount of tools that this archetype currently has.
Also, all the AODs are +1s. Like pretty much everyone except from Slug is a +1 if you play it.
Yep.
Including all the old ones as well.
So you've played around with this deck a little bit. What's the hand size like?
You're sitting with, again, most of my testing currently has been just test hands because I've just been formulating how the deck would be structured. And it seems that you're probably sitting on around 7 to 8 cards. This deck has got a weakness, and its weakness is it's black, but doesn't have access to any of the good black stuff. So it's playing colors, so it can't really play Power Burst to add anything back. It can't use the Babidi Super Combo because, again, all your AODs are colored cards, not black, so you want a full black energy.
So what super combo do you use? The Supreme Card Time? Or just something generic?
Master Roshi Super Combo. Maybe throw in a couple slugs because they are technically searchable and they're still 0-10k combos. But yeah, just general Master Roshi for a less combo or Sparking One.
Trunks, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sure.
So, but it seems pretty strong from the.
It does. I mean, I think it will be something that is gonna be good because all of the different AODs that we've seen are strong, and also you add that all together.
Accumulative power.
Yeah, the whole deck is gonna be stronger than the sum of its parts.
Yeah.
And next we have Kidku support. I think this stuff is good. Son Goku Junior and Vegeta Junior. So this is Unison. Add +1. Choose this card and all your skilled battle cards to gain 5k for the turn. No, nothing too special. -1. Play up to 2 skilled battle cards with energy cost of 1 from your deck or drop, and shuffle your deck. That's very good. And -2. Shuffle 2 skilled battle cards from your drop area into your deck. Draw 2 cards. That's also very good.
Oh, I think all this card's effects are good.
I mean the 5k. Choose this card and all your all your skillless battle cards. They get 5k for the turn. It's pretty good. The only issue I see with this is that it's a 10k unison with no specified cost, so you're gonna have to be quite careful when you play this.
You can play it turn 1 though, and then turn 1 marker up. Your opponent won't be able to deal with it really. Next turn,
I mean they can just drop a Cabba and kill it potentially.
But if they're dropping a Cabba and killing this, then your Goku now has 2 more health. It essentially then says gain 2 health. And gain 2 health's really good.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, sure. This definitely has a lot of tools. It's a higher ceiling card, I think. So
yeah.
If you're better with the deck, I mean that's just what the Kidku deck is like actually. It has a very high ceiling if you're very good with the deck. Otherwise, it can be a bit meh. Next, we have Son Goku and Android 8 Bonds of Battle. 2-drop Battle Guard. This card and skillless cards in your battle area can be used in combos in rest mode, which is massive. And if your leader card is black, Son Goku Childhood, when this card is played, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand, Self Awaken, and play 2 skillless battle cards of 10k from your deck or drop area.
This card's really good.
Why?
It has a really good setup with, like, if you go first with Kidku, your opponent attacks into you, so you're on 7, you play this, and now you can awaken pretty much straight away.
It's also a Son Goku Childhood and Android 18.
Well, it being an Android 8 doesn't matter so much, but the Childhood
Android 8, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. It being able to be comboed and rest is pretty good.
I mean, it's just another Son Goku Childhood target for the other Android 8.
Yeah.
And in rest, so you can't even do stuff like, oh, I'm gonna rest your Android 8, so you can't pop my stuff.
Yeah, if they rest the Kidku, you can. Well,
they rest the Kidku.
You can combo with it still, so it's strong.
Oh no, it's this card and skillless battle card. Sorry. But this card is a
it's a Kidku itself.
So yeah.
Also, some of your skillless 1-drops. There's a 1-drop Childhood Goku.
Oh, the red one.
Yeah.
With the Chi-Chi.
Yeah, so you can combo with that as well.
Yeah.
So it's a really good card.
It's good. I think just anything comboing in rest mode is really strong.
Yeah. It's good. It's good Kidku support.
Yeah. Next we have Hatch, Vengeful Agent of Destruction. Very nice again. This is 3 costs, but we've established it doesn't matter, so 2 costs. Activate main. 1, discard this card from your hand. Play up to 1 Evil Wizard Babidi card with energy cost of 1 from your deck or drop area. Then shuffle your deck to look through it. So you can use this card and tutor out your Babidi to make everything free.
This card may be number 2 in the set. Like, this card's actually insane. I didn't realize what this card's skill did when I was building up the deck. And when I was playing, I realized Evil Wizard Babidi is the name of the 1-drop. Well, not the name, but is the text of the 1-drop card. So I was like, oh, you can play it. Cool.
Yeah. From deck or drop.
Yeah, it's insane. Like, that means you have 7 copies or 8 copies in your deck.
Yeah.
Why would you not play that for?
When this card is played, as if you're ever actually going to play this card, Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost of 4 or less, send it to its owner's warp, and place up to 3 battle cards from your opponent's drop area to the bottom of the deck in any order. So you might play this card
It's
if
Dredge
you
too.
need to get, yeah.
You straight up play against Dredge. You warp one of their blockers so they don't get to awaken, or they're probably already awakened to be fair. But you warp a blocker, return 2 Ribrian and an 8 back to the bottom of their deck.
Yep, yeah.
Good luck seeing those again.
Yep. Yeah, this card is really good.
And again, it like you said, its cost gets reduced by 1, so you can just play it for 2, or you can just play for 3 with the leader skill. That first bit of the effect is so strong. That
I mean,
you're
if you have
playing-
if you have 2 of these, you can play the Babidi with the activate main, and then you just drop it for free.
Yeah, and you can recycle all your AODs anyway. So
Yeah.
either way, this card's good.
Yes. Yes. I don't like AOD. I think I mentioned that before.
Love it.
But
Love it.
this deck is very good. And next we have Actual Hatch. I'm sure people are very happy about this support. 9-drop, 30k triple attack. EX Evolve Hatch with an energy cost of 8. When this card evolves into this card, switch this card to active mode. That's very good. 30k triple attack. When your opponent activates a counter skill, they choose 1 card in their hand and send it to their warp. So this actually kind of makes the Hatch deck a different proposition, doesn't it?
Yeah, it just makes your going tall. It like makes your strategy on your boss monster a little taller. It's interesting.
I mean, it's got triple attack, so it's not just tall, is it?
Yeah, and like fundamentally, it's going to make your big hatch attack 5 times because it'll attack twice for 25. And you evolve it, switch it to active, another 3 attacks at 30. So it's good.
And also, they can't negate. I mean, they can negate if they want to.
They just warp on. Like if they time magic this, it's still going to be as sad as it would be.
Yeah. Sure, but I mean, you still yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a nice card. It's a nice card to give Hatch if you wanted to give it a little bit of support. I don't know if this will make the deck good again.
I mean, Hatch is a very format dependent deck, isn't it?
Yeah, that's for this format.
It's
not great in a unison format because
it's something that checks the really wide decks.
Yeah, Hatch isn't stopping Vegeta Agent of Destruction from attacking 25 double strike crit. So
no. And now we have Max Power Kamehameha. Counter attack, negate the attack. You may send 4 cards from your drop area to your warp. If you do, return this card from your drop area to your hand. And you can't activate copies of this card for the turn. It's very good. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost greater than their current energy and send it to its owner's warp. So it's a negate that does something else.
Again, dual mode cards. I love them. Like, it's Father Son Kamehameha. I believe that's the closest reference to this card that I can think of off the top of my head.
But that's the thing. The thing with this card is it is dual, but because it recurs itself, you use it in your opponent's turn, then you use it in your turn.
Yeah, again, dual modes is great. I love this card. I think this card's brilliant, and this card will look amazing on foil.
It is. I mean, it is brilliant. I just think it's a bit too strong, right?
I don't think it's too strong. Warping 4 cards.
But that's just to recur it. I mean, if you have another copy, you can. Although I agree with you that having like dual use for these cards is good.
I think it's hard for a generic card to be too strong because everyone can use this card and it's not hard to get.
Yeah.
Say like Cell Zeno. Cell Zeno is a card that's probably too strong. It can only be used by one deck really, or like one color. That and it's £180 card. This card, everyone who buys this, like 2 of these, can have them.
Yeah, like so. Yeah, sure.
I think it's solid.
Yep. Next, we got a bit more Bojack support. Violent Rush Bojack. It is blue yellow Aegis. Blue yellow once per turn. Arrival 1 blue yellow. when this card activates its Aegis skill, draw one card. So I think it's decent. It's a 7-drop arrival yellow, which it's a 1-cost arrival where you get 7-drop out of it. I think there's something that can be done with it.
I think this card's really good. I just really wish it wasn't blue yellow. If it was blue green, then Successor would be so
Oh
happy to
right,
have this
yeah,
card.
of course.
But Aegis Arrival, like Arrival for 20k is really solid. And the Aegis draw card, Aegis isn't too great a skill, but I think it's solid. It's also got barrier.
Yeah.
It's a nice card.
Aegis is weird because it's not that much value, Aegis. Unless it's the Kefla.
Yeah, or there's a card in the draft box that when you use this Aegis, you draw 2. So like you pitch 2, draw 2, and then it just cycles and untaps 2, and that's pretty solid. So I feel like they could have made this card when it uses Aegis skill, draw 2, and then it would have been really good.
Yeah.
That would have been something that Bojack would have needed.
Sure thing. Yeah. And moving on, this is the last card. Super 17, Hell's Ultimate Weapon. So this would be what for the Android 21? Yeah. If your leader is blue Android 21 card, negate this card's energy exhaust in all areas. That's great. Activate main, 2 blue, 2 green, and 3. Play this card from your energy area, then play up to 3 Android cards with energy costs of 5 or less from your energy area. So, if you ramp up, you can play this card from your energy, and then play 3 Bad Omens.
Yeah. That would be like the best thing you could do with it.
Yeah.
But I just love the fact that this card's just for 21 just got given a new check land. It's just a check land. No energy exhaust. You can play this turn 1 in active, as long as your leader's blue Android 21. I think this card's amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, also if you read one of the Android 21 cards, it doesn't have energy exhaust.
That's true, but no, this card's super strong. Even if you never use this activate main skill.
Yeah, just it's not even a check land, it's just...
Yeah.
It's a charge. You can charge this turn 1, use it, and then play a check land. And then use a check land.
Or just play multiple copies then. Like, it's a really good card. I also think there's a couple of cards that may be able to play this in active from deck. But... yeah, this card's really good, man.
Yeah, because it's Super 17. Like Hellfighter, that sort of thing.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can just play it in energy, but because it doesn't have an energy exhaust, it technically has it, but as long as your leader's Android 21, it doesn't have it. So, yeah, no, it's a really good card. I think this card's really solid. And the 21 support may actually make 21 playable.
Yeah. It can be quite a tricky deck to play against, as it is. So, that's all the cards. Give me your top 3. Give me your top 3 in order. I'm gonna say in order because I know what your top 3
are. I'd say definitely Vegeta Resolute Agent of Destruction, so the Unison.
Yep.
After that, it's probably the probably Agents of Destruction Strike Back. I just think that's a incredibly solid card. And because I'm not going to pick 3 AOD cards, I actually think Max Power Kamehameha is really solid.
Really?
I like it.
You're not going for. So this is 2 Agent of Destruction Strike Back. Very good card. It looks so nice.
Yeah.
This matte would look amazing.
It would.
You're not gonna go for Hatch.
See, I think Hatch is good, but I think it's good as an AOD card, and I don't want to pick 3 big AOD cards. The Vegeta is good in AOD, and it's also good just as a generic 4-drop Unison.
Sure.
I can't not pick Agents of Destruction Strike Back because it's how you push an archetype. If you want an archetype to be good, you give them a card like that, a really strong tutor card. And Max Power Kamehameha is... I like that card because in going forward, it shows that Bandai are looking at new mechanics and they want dual action cards, and those are some of my favorite things.
Yeah, we saw that in was it the set 9? Yeah, it was just announced at 8, where artificial impact ceased to exist,
Yeah,
where you can combo those off for 5k. So
yeah, but
it's
those were
not
like
dead in hand.
those were more smaller effects. I like these are very large effects. Like this
Yes,
is
they are. They are.
you can choose to keep this and use it as a kind of remote serious bomb type card, like it's straight up
There's
removal.
definitely
Or-
been a progression in this sense for the game.
So, what
But
about
yeah,
you? What are your top three?
me, I, oh, would I pick the same top three? I mean, my top two are the same.
Okay.
My top two are the same. And I'm thinking, this is very generic as you said, but I think I have to give it to Hatch because it's just so good in that deck.
Mm-hmm.
It enables so much in that deck. Just to tutor out the Babidi, which makes everything cost less.
Yeah, so pick up those Babbies while you can.
Yeah, I mean they're just commons, aren't they?
They're rares.
Oh, they're rares.
Yeah.
Pick them up, guys. They're probably spiked already. Yeah. So.
Oh, I bought all the ones in England, so.
Yeah. Yeah. So keep an eye out for Anthony's post on the Facebook group. You can give him more refs.
It's from the Series 6 as well at the bottom of it. It's such an old card.
So yeah, so that's it. That's it, guys. Let me know what your top three in order are in the comments. I think it would be quite similar to what we picked, but you never know. You know, if you the Android 21 stuff is pretty solid.
Yeah.
In terms of what had the best support, obviously AOD had the best support. And then in second place, would you actually say Android 21 would have had the second best support, or Kidku?
Ooh. I would say probably 21. Like, 21 only technically got, well, it did only get 2 cards, so yeah, 21.
But in terms of the amount, it elevates the deck.
Yeah, I'd say 21 because 21 wasn't missing much. It was just missing a way to like ramp. Because a lot of the cards it used to use, like Objection, just gone now.
Yeah, or as my child calls it, poo poo.
And after that, definitely Kidku. Like Bojack got good cards, but I don't think any of them. Well, someone break Bojack for me and I'll play it. But I don't think the Bojack support is just outwardly broken.
Sure. Yeah, yeah.
So.
And then it would be Vegeta. I mean, yeah, the rest don't really matter too much. The prison stuff is nice, but it doesn't add too much. So yeah, that's it. I think generally as a product, this is really good because you get the reprints as well. So the reprints will come as packs, which there's a bit of RNG, but you get stuff like Topo, you get Bardock Ape in there as well.
Not to mention you get 2 of every one of these cards.
You get 2 every one of these, and is it 3 of them were in foil or something?
You get a pack, 2 packs with 5 random foils of these.
Oh, okay, so you get 10 foils.
Yeah,
and you get an ice box and you get some sleeves as well.
So yeah, it's a good product. I think anniversary boxes for we've only had 2. They were good products. This one's good.
Yeah, was the first one good?
Yeah, the first one had like Toa and Sensu Bean in there, and like Fu the Dark Banisher. It had loads of good cards in it.
Yeah. Oh right. Yeah. Of course. So, but no, haven't there only been 2 then? That was last year's.
Yeah, there's only been 2 anniversary.
Yeah. No, I was thinking of the Ultimate box or something. That wasn't good.
No, that wasn't.
No, that wasn't good. So, yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Please like the video. It has been going for over an hour now, so if you have stayed, then thank you very much for the watch hours. So, yeah, remember to sub more content. I do have some more gameplay coming up. I'm just commentating that. Anthony's in those videos as well, so keep an eye out for that. And yeah, I will see you guys next time.